question or?
Yeah.
Well, just, it's a 38-point swing, and I know you were saying outside you're not the most consistent team in the world, and that helps explain it, but you guys played very hard tonight, and you seemed very determined. I mean, does losing by 19 at their place, does that do that to you?
I think so, and these guys saw the film, and they saw that we were out-toughed, out-hustled at Boca. And I think they came in knowing that in order to win, we had to change that, and they desperately wanted to do it. I mean, I think, you know, our pride, our collective pride was kind of at stake. And it's not so much winning and losing. It's great that we won, but that we competed. And certainly, I mean, anybody who's watching knows that our guys really competed. And we didn't really do that down there. You know, when you're at home, and if you've got a team on the road that's struggling a little bit, which clearly FAU playing on the road's hard. You know, and they got in at 9:30 last night. You know, when we went down and played them, we got in late. You know, you try to do the best you can, but when you're the home team, right? And we had all kinds of motivation, but we're the home team. You got to be ready to come out and right from the jump, and these guys were. He was a big reason. I thought Mackay was terrific. You know, so you know, very good win, but another opportunity, another really big game coming up on Saturday.
That is a big game because you want, obviously you want to avoid on playing on Tuesday in the Conference USA tournament.
Correct.
You were saying in post-game that it's you're going to talk to your players about that you know what this means to us as far as postseason.
Yeah, I mean they probably already know. I mean they but I made sure to emphasize that coming into tonight's game we were tied at 5-9 with Florida International, and certainly our players did a great job tonight, but that game on Saturday looms large, and we need to be motivated to come out and compete and leave everything, absolutely everything on the court.
Kalu, do you think you guys were motivated by the loss at FAU and the memories of that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously going on their place and then losing by how much we lost by, it definitely motivated us. I mean, they're coming into our house. I feel like we played really well there, so it definitely motivated us to get that one back.
Do you feel like it's important for you guys to, you've first of 4 games now to end the season and 3 of them at home? Do you think it's important to close out well to get ready for the tournament?
Yeah, for sure. You definitely want to play your best basketball towards the end of the year. Playing at home, having the last 3 out of 4 games at home, I mean, that's great momentum going into the conference tournament. Just confidence in everybody's head that we can get it done and how well we can play. So, yeah.
If I interrupt for a second, final from Charlotte. Charlotte 64, FIU 55.
You out-rebounded them tonight, Jeff, and that's a pretty good rebounding team. They got a lot of size.
Yeah, it's a very good rebounding team, and one that really hurt us on the boards in the first contest. That was among a number of points of emphasis. That was another one, and if you look at the stat sheet and you see 12 offensive rebounds for them, that's not great. That's a lot of offensive rebounds, but when you consider how many shots they missed. Right, there was a lot of missed shots. That kind of tells a little bit different story, under the surface. And I thought we rebounded well. Clearly, this guy was 17. That's got to be a career high.
Yeah, well.
And he did a lot of that because Austin sat in the first half. He did a lot of that, as our biggest guy. And they're a bigger team. Certainly, their 5 men that they roll out there, are bigger. So that's another important stat, I think, in looking at this, trying to see where we did well.
Austin's ankle appears. I couldn't see him limping tonight.
Yeah, I wouldn't say 100% because I don't think he had maybe all of his explosiveness, but I don't think it hindered him at all. He just obviously the fouls. In the first half, and because we were able to play well, I didn't feel the need to put him back in there in the first half with the 2 fouls. I felt comfortable holding him because we actually extended the lead a little bit.
Coach, you mentioned the missed shots that FAU had. They hit 5 threes in the first and not a single one in the second half on 15 attempts and shot 8 for 37 from the field. What are you guys doing on defense to prevent that from getting clean looks?
Well, a big thing, and what we talked about in the first game down there, they got 24 points off of our turnovers, and a lot of those were open threes in transition. So we just had, look, we can guard them pretty well at the half court, but we can't guard them in transition like that. There's just no way. They're just fast, and they spread you out, and they drive it, and they kick it. Well, they didn't have many of those. You know, they only had 9 points off of those 18 turnovers, so that's huge. So being in the half court, we just wanted to make sure we contested, and we tried to make Forrest and Martin really work. You know, not give them anything easy. You know, maybe the fact that they're on the road, you know, that it might not have been all us. You know, but that's all right. You know, that happens to other people when they go on the road. But we wanted to continue making them work and not giving them, you know, easy opportunities.
And another thing you mentioned earlier was how hard you guys wanted to play after playing them last time going down in Boca. With your primary ball handler getting in foul trouble, Hunter getting in foul trouble early, how was it that you guys were able to sustain a lead in the second half without having your primary ball handler?
Well, you know, Emo came in and, you know, he made some mistakes and kind of got me a little bit fired up there a couple times. But that's, you know, as a point guard, you got to learn, you know, and you can learn by film, you can learn in practice, you can learn by listening, but you really learn and get better, you know, trial by fire. And so that was, even though he didn't do everything exactly the way I would have wanted, you know, being in there, I thought that was good for him. And, you know, he did some good things. Defensively, I thought he was terrific. You know, I'm not sure there's a big drop-off between, and Jalen's an outstanding defender in my estimation. Emo, I think, you know, there's not much of a drop-off from a defensive standpoint. Offensively, he's trying to find that fine line between being aggressive and attacking and being smart and being under control and running the team. That's a learning process. But when you've got guys like Kalu and, you know, CJ and Austin got a couple buckets in the second half, and when you're playing as good a defense as you are, I think that took a little bit of the pressure off of him. If we weren't playing good defense and we weren't getting stops, that'd be a lot more pressure on our offense. But I thought, you know, given that Florida Atlantic really struggled to score, you know, that gave us a chance, you know, to just kind of just play and not feel any pressure or get tight.